Today we're going to be installing an electrical outlet. This is probably medium on the scale of do-it-yourselfers. It is not the most difficult project that you can undertake, but you need to have a little bit of understanding as to what's going on, and you need to have a circuit tester that you can plug into it so you can make sure that you did everything right. In fact, you want to plug it in before you get started to make sure everything is correct before you even get going. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Dirdorf and this is Detroit DIY. Let's get this installed. This is the outlet we'll be replacing today, and the reason for replacing it is just tired. It won't hold the plug very well anymore. So it's just time for this one to get changed out. The first thing we want to do is use our circuit tester and just plug it in here and make sure that it's correct. And this is what you should see. That is a correctly wired outlet. So now I'm just going to leave that in there, go turn off the breaker, make sure it's dead, and get this thing apart. Now that the power is off, I have no lights here, this outlet is ready to be removed. We'll go ahead and pull the cover off. As you can see, the outlet seems to be a little loose in the wall anyway. It's an old outlet, that's probably not the best case scenario. Get these screws out. There's one at the top and one at the bottom. It's a little dusty in here. And there we have it. Now that we have the outlet pulled out, we have our neutral wire, which is the white. We have our hot wire, which is the black. And we have our ground over here on this side. Let's go ahead and get that ground wire off. And there we have it. Now we can release these wires out of here through this. We'll do that right now. Looking at the back of the outlet, you can see that the wires have just been plugged in and the screws have not been used. These can be released through these small openings right here. And you're going to need a small screwdriver to do so. This is a machinist screwdriver. You can pick up a little set of them just about anywhere, any big box store. But if you put it in there and you push it, it'll release the tab that's holding the wire in. And just like that, the wire will release. Now we're ready to install our new outlet. And our white wire is going to connect to the silver side, and our hot wire is going to connect to the gold side. The hot being black, the white being neutral, and our ground wire is going to connect right here. Now, not every time is it straightforward and you're just going to find two wires in this outlet. You might find four, meaning that this outlet has power coming to it from, per se, the breaker box or even another outlet, and then they've taken the wires from this outlet to run to yet another outlet. So you might have four wires, and if you do, one of those blacks are hot and one of them's carrying hot. And it doesn't matter which side of the gold you hook that to. Just put the two black wires on the gold side and the two neutrals or white wires on the hot side, and your ground, and you will be good to go. So first I'm going to reinstall my neutral white wire. Get that in there and get it tightened up. Next, my hot. Get that tightened up. And then lastly, the ground. When you loop the ground around, you want the opening of the loop to be towards the direction that the screw is going to tighten, so that as the screw tightens, it pulls the wire tighter with it. So you would put it around in this fashion, give it a little squeeze. Now when we tighten the screw, it's going to actually pull the ground wire in tighter instead of trying to push it out. Just like that. Now we're ready to put this thing back in the wall. Give it a little spin over. Just kind of tuck your wires in there. Get your screws lined up and give it a little push. Now it's kind of going in a little crooked because of the resistance of the wires, so we just kind of want to bend it around so that it'll go in straight. There we go. Put our cover back on. Now we'll turn the breaker on and check it. With our breaker back on and our circuit tester plugged in, we are good to go. The circuit tester I was using can be picked up at any big box store. They're fairly inexpensive and they're very easy to use. You can also get some that make an audible tone when the power is on so that you can hear it when you turn off the breaker and know that you got the right one. Of course, there's nothing better than having a properly labeled breaker panel. That's all we got for this time. If you would like to pick yourself up an awesome shirt like this, I've put a link down in the description to go to my store. We have t-shirts, hats, coffee cups, all kinds of cool stuff, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd take a look there. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider doing so, and always remember to respect the power of your power tools. We'll see you soon.